Hello, planet Earth. Just giving you an update on my 20-gallon Waterbox aquarium, as it's been a few months. It's been through a dinoflagellate war and back. I've managed to eradicate them. Those of you in Florida will recognize that more as related to red tide. Those of you that don't know what that is, it can very quickly result in the death of corals and fishes in the thousands. I knew I had it when I saw all of my anemones and corals looking pissed off and a clownfish scratching himself. So this 20-gallon water box started as a 14-gallon cube, got transferred about 6 months ago, and it specializes in 3 different species. You'll notice there's rock anemones all along the bottom here, various shades of pink, orange, green, some deep purple in there, a lot of oranges there. You notice this deep orange and green one over here is particularly striking. There's a number of Florida Ricordea corals in the corner here, quite striking, and try to keep them clustered together. And then the initial purpose of this tank was for Bubbletip Anemones, which you'll see about 3 or 4 different colorations in here. You'll see these rose tipped, or the sort of deep orange, pinky with slight green accents. You'll see what I think is meant to be a green bubble tip, but it's come off more of a bluish, grayish, whitish color. And then you'll see in the back here that deep green, that's a true green bubble tip anemone. So there's a number of species of fish and shrimps in this tank. You'll notice the little tiny brown and white sexy shrimp here. You notice this miniature, almost lobster-looking character, a coral banded shrimp. And there's no less than probably about 14 fish at last count. And if I feed them, we might have a better shot of seeing all of them. So I'm just gonna do this, and we'll see who comes out of the woodwork. There's the fire clown, a number of gobies. You notice the little red and white peppermint gobies, this red banded goby with the yellow head. You'll see a purple or exquisite firefish. You see there's a couple of green gobies in here. There's a red-headed goby. You see the bright red eyes lurking here and there. There's a tail spot goby. Doesn't seem to want to come out right now. You'll see maybe a less usual red spotted goby hiding right there next to that Ricordea. So one of the steps I took to defeat the dinoflagellates was installing this Zoad canister filter down here. Those tubes are running to an ultraviolet hang-on back filter here. It's really nice for its compact size. Just hangs on the back and it serves as the outlet into the tank. So you'll notice this surface is crystal clear since adding that glass lily pipe surface skimmer on the back there. The Toonsy skimmer does some surface skimming, but not to the degree that that one does back there. You notice the yellow banded goby just came into view here. So, the other tank in my little universe here is this little 7.5 gallon cube. You know, it's just one fish only in it, an indestructible electric blue damsel. I think it's actually an azure damsel from Fiji. And you notice the only corals in here are these 2 groups of green star polyps. And then there's 10 clusters of Zoads in here. You notice if you look up really close, each one's got a unique coloration here that you in the reef keeping community will recognize invariably. Some blue hornets, some type of rainbow, some twizzlers, the so-called green alien, the scrambled eggs. I believe these are called, forget what those are. So the whole point of this tank is meant to be as minimalist as possible. So you'll notice there's only 2 filterish looking things in here. The one in the right corner there is a Toonsy box filter with some surface skimming capability on it. The other device is an Eheim skimmer. It's not a true skimmer in the sense of a protein skimmer, but it has this floating head on top, so it does a wonderful job of keeping the surface completely crystal clear of any debris. And it adds extra circulation. It makes good for feeding time. So that's it. Wishing you all a good holiday season, a remainder of 2021, We'll see you in the new year sometime.